The living room, where the family meets to discuss issues, any issue which may be bothering one of the family members. That's what we do each and every Tuesday on WAC 90.1 FM with Ricardo Mitchell and DJ Aaron 868. We have casual conversations on serious topics, from sports to culture, mental health to economics, relationships to life lessons. Join us each and every Tuesday from 7 to 8 p.m. on WAC 90.1 FM. The Living Room, casual conversations on serious topics.
It is now 6 p.m. here in Trinidad and Tobago. I don't know what time it is where you are, but I'm glad to know you're locked onto the True Nation station WACK 90.1 FM, where we are
culture crazy.
First and foremost, let's kick it off as we always do, all right? Must give thanks and praises to the Almighty for granting us the gift of life and seeing another day. No matter what time of day it is, you must always
give gifts.
What?
Give gifts?
Let's give thanks.
Oh, all right. Well, agreed, acknowledged, and well played. Correct is right. I just
You
saying
expecting some kind of gifts this coming weekend?
I mean, if that's what you feel the Lord saying to you, I can't argue that, Aaron.
You know what? I understand that. And just to let the listeners know, my gift is a size mortgage, $4,000 a month, and a car payment, $2,200 a month. Or if you want to give tangible things, we are talking an iPhone 12 Pro Max and an Apple Series 8 watch.
Okay, well, I am on the receiving end of as much generosity as one could afford, right? And if we're talking in terms of a tangible gift, it's called check for $25,000, $24.99 if you're not.
Remember, we round it off now, says 25,000.
No, but remember, people just more comfortable with the 99.99 now.
Yeah, boy, still, in 2022.
Yeah, so organized lineup.
If you don't know the show you're listening to, this is The Living Room with yours truly, DJ Aaron 868. I'm always great and I'm never late, alongside my bro with no fro,
Ricardo Mitchell, the social stage and the local stage.
And this is The Living Room, as I said, right? We just starting off a little bit light tonight, and unfortunately, guys, I have good news and I have bad news for you.
Gasp in astonishment.
The good news is that we must say thank you to our brother in music and those that went before us. And when I say those that went before us, I'm not just talking about the ancestors, the original inhabitants of Trinidad and Tobago, the Taínos and the Calinagos, because what makes see come next year, I don't need to tell all you again at Columbus Light. But also to our brother in music, Tony P, where the P this week stands for
Pastel, dog. Pastel. Let me not play this.
Guys, Pastel or Pstelle?
I believe it's ELLE.
Because pastel with one L and an E is a color. Pastel, double L, is the food that we are gonna enjoy in abundance come weekend.
Or if you've been particularly blessed, you might be enjoying it all now.
Right. So also, before we go any further, the bad news is that this is our last show for the year, guys.
Gasp in astonishment.
Yeah, this is our last show for the year. So I'll be working actually on Friday night and Saturday morning and Boxing morning. And the 30th, so more than likely you all will be hearing me again before the year is done. But this is the last living room for the year.
You living in WAC this weekend? What is good? You know what? I not gonna challenge that. Right? If your godfather decide he wants to see that much of you this Christmas weekend, I can't vex with him, man. I can't vex with him.
I don't even want to see him this weekend, I know.
Well, you could leave what them Americans do is leave a plate of cookies and a glass of milk for him. So if he...
Because you're trying to say that he old enough to be Santa Claus?
I don't recall saying that, but I mean, if that's what the people hear, that's what the people hear.
Guys, we are ending off the year, as we said this month, with some positive news amongst the in Trinidad and Tobago and persons who are doing positive in their sphere of influence. Last week we had Miss Dana Tanku, who is more seasoned for Please and Tanku, but we had to put the spotlight on her for the work that she's doing, both in Voreish and in the field of sustainability.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but we are huge Voreish fans.
Yeah, because they have a big tune dropping with Iowa on Boxing Day.
Yes, you notice? Mm-hmm.
I mean, I hadn't known for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, whatever, Aaron, just whatever. Whatever. I mean, I guess I see why she didn't want to tell us who it was last week.
Yeah, he's a big man in the business. All right. This week, before we really quickly hang our hats and wipe our feet, we are going to be joined by two gentlemen with successful Trinidad and Tobago handball program. Yes, we have a handball program in Trinidad and Tobago, and we'll save it for the gentlemen to explain to you what handball is. Right? That's Renaldo and Chad. But first and foremost, I must say, in my 36 years of existence on the face of this blue and green globe, and I stress globe,
I mean,
right?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to congratulate the country of Argentina on winning their first World Cup title under my existence.
Gasping astonishment.
I am not going to get into the debate of Lionel Messi being the GOAT and all those different things, but I will admit he's one of the greatest of this generation.
You can say what you want. All I say is that the people who know better than me, most of them in agreement that the man is something that they've never seen before. It is something that in our generation, despite your statistics, the contribution you've made to the game on and off the field, the example you've set, the love that you've created for the sport. Listen, if we're looking at it from a multiple point matrix, there's no big dispute and there has been no dispute. All I'm saying is that now that Argentina has lifted the cup, I looking for a new team. Because...
But with that being said, we all need to organize our visas because the World Cup is coming to our side of the world in 2026 and we need to go.
Yeah. Well,
I will be.
I good.
Are you? Well,
I good.
I'll leave you out on my 40th birthday party then.
Yeah, like this way. You don't know if I would have let me into your 40th birthday party. Yeah, don't forget I'm still a senior.
Anyway, I really wonder sometimes, But yes, come 2026, my goal is to take myself to the World Cup.
Hey, nice man. So you're gonna play football?
No.
Oh, you mean as a spectator?
Of course.
All right. I know. I watching you now and your face leaning out and thing. I was starting to wonder if you have an athletic career in your future.
Yes, I have an athletic career in my future. I will be running a lot of tunes come this carnival season at various events. Guys, I was going to say to wipe my feet this week. I have to continue to wipe my feet on the citizenry of Trinidad and Tobago. In 2022, as it closes, we are still using styrofoam, though the cheapest storage method as the primary storage method. It is still and continues to be a non-biodegradable substance, and it's also a huge contributor to why we just see so much floods all over the place. Because we throw bottles, we throw styrofoam bowls, we throw all kind of different things. We still throw in fridge, microwave, and deep freeze, and stove in the drain. But we complain when it floods. We as human beings are some of the most destructive people on things on the face of this earth, and we need to change that. And those start in 2023. Start now. Go ahead, Ricardo.
I want to wipe my feet on the businesses that have this no fun, no exchange, no return policy. I want to wipe my feet even harder. I want the sole of my shoes to come off on the mat in front of your store. But there's a store in San Fernando that charging, amongst others, that charging a 10% restocking fee if you return your item. They're charging you 10% of the value of the item that you're returning and only giving you back 90% of your money if they even facilitate the return. I'm going to investigate as to how legal this particular practice is.
It is not.
And then bright and early in 2023, I'm going to start calling the names of these places that are doing this type of thing.
Just help them.
Yeah, as I say, I'm waiting until somebody come in and say, Yes, listeners of the living room, this is illegal, and these are the actions to take. And then I will call out the name of this superstore in San Fernando for this particular practice. I also want to wipe my foot
It's on upper or lower High Street.
I already gave you the terms and conditions under which I'm going to call name or even point fingers. Right? I also want to wipe my feet on a particular counselor, but I'm going to do the right thing and make sure that he has the opportunity to perform better than he currently has been. Because I will be calling these, you know what I'm going to do next year? I'm going to call out counselors. I'm going to call out counselors because you can't tell me up in Brasso Road there, right in Tabaquite, where there are people who have been subject to land loss and slippage and houses collapsing, that type of thing because of the weather that we had. And you're passing in front of people's house every day and you can't come and see what your constituents dealing with. But come election time, you're walking to get a vote and the support.
Where is Brasso? Asking for myself.
Oh, that's Tabaquite side.
Thank you.
Right, Brasso Road up in Tabaquite.
Thank you.
Right. Next year, 2023, I'm going to have a segment called Calling Out Your Counselor. And I'm going to call out the complaints that people have about their very specific by name counselor.
And you know what? I have the perfect team song for that.
Ah, boy. But anyway.
Thanks, Brian London. This have nothing to do with your party or who you vote for. I'm looking for my MP. I can't remember the words.
There we go.
So I should introduce the guest. So bring on Vorish with the intro.
You know what? We go work on our extempo thing for 2020.
No, that was next tempo. That
wasn't much of anything here on, but I don't think I
bring the intro now, please. Bring the intro now. Vorish, come in. Save me.
Ping, 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 ping.
And we are back, and we are joined by two gentlemen. I want to say two handsome gentlemen because we talk about the male affection, and we need to make sure and continue to show it to each other, right?
Yes.
We are joined by two gentlemen, Mr. Renaldo Scott and Mr. Chad Phillip, both hailing from South Trinidad, representing the Trinidad and Tobago handball team.
Hey.
And for a lot of you all, this might be the first time you'll hear the term together, handball, right? So we're going to get down and ask the most important question we ask any of our guests inside the living room. I want to say the most important question, not where's the scene jelly bean or where's the gist physicist, or if you're bringing it local, where's the word hummingbird? Fellas, how are you?
I going good. It was good to see you all there. Yeah, everything cool, pretty wild. Just working. Since we came back, I have an injury that I'm dealing with, so still dealing with it. But yeah, everything good, pretty well.
As well, I good. I just started because I've been in school on these days. That little week off I take when you went. You know, I'm under some pressure now, but I nearly finished. My exams are finished. Supposed to finish next week. Tuesday? Yeah, but I get as well.
Yeah, I had to ask though. You see that week you take off, Renaldo, to where it is only went and come back?
When Santa Marta, Colombia.
As Colombia, in South America?
I even
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I thought when you say Colombia, I thought you mean a bar on the Sutton Street. Anyway.
Whoa.
Man,
just on the street to the...
Yeah, boy, man. Now, before we ask what is handball, fellas, well, for those of us who are watching on YouTube, I just want you all to show off that lovely piece of jewelry around your neck there. That you brought back from Colombia.
A little bronze medal on the back.
Yeah. And for those of you that don't know, that is Trinidad and Tobago's first ever medal in handball.
Hey, right? Congratulations, fellas.
Thank you. It wasn't easy.
Let me ask you the first question that a lot of people will probably want to know now. What is handball?
Renaldo, you take that one?
Let me explain why. Handball is basically a mixture of football and basketball. Right? So it incorporates a court, a sand court. It has two types, supposed to begin. It has beach and indoor. Right? Indoor would occupy an indoor court, like a basketball court, basically. Right? And beach would occupy a sand court. Right? So with indoor, it does play with 7 players. Right? 7 players at a time, which would be 6 on the goalie. And with beach, it's 4 at a time. But with beach, it have attacking players and defending players. But that doesn't mean because you are an attacker, you cannot defend. It's not like that. Right? So with indoor now, the game more straightforward. Right? It's like football in a sense, or basketball. 2 teams against each other, 7v7, equal. Right? And it have flying subs. Right? That's the only difference with football. It has the same rules of basketball in terms of doubles, up and down. And then in football, it have handball.
Right.
In handball, it have football.
Oh, okay. All right.
Right. With beach now, beach it has special shots. Right? So it have the in-flight. This is where someone throws the ball in the air. And well, your teammate would jump and catch the ball and shoot at the goal before he lands. Once you're successful in doing this, you'll get 2 points. Right? And then it have a spin shot, which is where you make a full 360 in the air and then shoot at the goal. Yeah. Once you are successful, you'll get 2 points. A full 360. A full 360. It must be a full 360, yes. Right? And then beach as well, it have a player, they don't call him the specialist. Right? He's the only player on the court that could just stand up and shoot like normal, and he would be awarded 2 points. Him and the goalkeeper.
Alright.
So the goalkeeper could score?
Yes, they can.
Okay.
Yes, they can. If it is possible, yes, by all means, feel free.
Yeah, the sport design in a way that's like a fun, like how we have here fit match. It is designed in a way for it to be exactly that now because it's short. So is 2 10-minute periods that we have. Yeah. So and as Renaldo said, the to have a attacking team and a defensive team. So as the attacking team finish, they run off the court and the defensive team run out. So it's very high pace as well. Yeah.
So
Man paid special points, 360 in flight, and I started to get tired already, you know.
But I just hear 10 minutes of intensity.
And basically what it is.
And hot sun.
The hot sun part.
The sun out there was
the only time Trinis embrace hot sun is Carnival Monday and Tuesday.
I agree.
Facts.
I totally agree. Totally agree.
Question though, is it it's like a basket or a net?
Oh no, it's a hockey size goal.
Hockey size goal.
Hockey size goal and a keeper. That's the football aspect of it.
Alright, nice one. You know, when you say handball in Trinidad, most people thinking, well, alright, we know about netball,
right.
we know about volleyball,
right?
But we know basketball. So where's this handball thing? But you give us a real nice breakdown there because now I'm thinking the game design for highlight reels and special points
also how the court is set up, there's an area where only the goalkeepers are allowed to be in. So that's why we have the in-flight shots and stuff like that. So we give the attacking team a better opportunity to shoot at the goal.
So picture the keeper area as in football, the keeper have a box.
But only keeper allowed in it.
Only the keeper could keep on the specials.
Okay. Now, handball has been around for how long?
In Trinidad, I believe it's here since 2006. In Trinidad, But
so that means it's a very recent sport.
It
is a very
worldwide is a big thing, like a big like throughout Europe and stuff. Is a
Yeah,
real big
so the indoor version of the sport is the second biggest sport in Europe.
Correct.
Behind football.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
so like how those football players will get millions of dollars as their contract. So the same thing applies in handball, but not to that extent. Where Mbappe getting 200 million a year, not that extent. Like the most you get is like 10 million a year.
Oh, just 10.
Oh, just 10.
Just 10. I go and practice my 360s and in flights.
I can't say that, bro.
And even with the club system, so it's like out of PSG in football, PSG in basketball. No,
Yeah, so it's the same
Barcelona in
thing,
football. Same thing. That PSG handball, Barcelona handball. Yeah.
You didn't know Barcelona have a handball team, Ricardo?
No, I did not. I didn't get it in the newsletter.
He's a real jokey Barca fan.
So man, you have one or the?
No, we don't
Right,
have a
Nah,
handball team.
England is not really as good in it as the other European teams. Like the powerhouses is usually France and like Denmark and those other
Denmark,
places.
Spain, Belgium.
Iceland now getting up in it too.
Yeah.
Now, fellas, I want to ask this question, right? Why handball? Because it's not the most popular sport in Trinidad and Tobago. So why choose handball?
Why not?
Well, for me personally, one of my friends who I went to school with, he actually came to me like to introduce me to this sport. So I actually participated in the under 21 indoor version in 2016. We took a trip to Guadeloupe, and yeah, so that's how I got into it, because I knew someone who was one of the coaches at the time. And he wanted to like spread the word about the sport. And well, he knew me from being present and being taught. So he said, come true. And ever since, that's what he told me.
Because Chad, if I'm not mistaken, you're about 6'14" or something, so right?
Somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody.
So, when watching your height, you figure, well, all right, either this man going into basketball or he's a pace bowler. So how you end up, well, let me put it this way, I'm glad because look, we get our first bronze medal. So it's no dunk and thing in handball.
Nah.
No, but the height does actually play a very big part in it as well. Especially on like a team that defended, having tall players is a huge plus.
And I guess in the wingspan as well.
Yeah, it does help you spread the court. So that
like
you
make it harder for the opposition.
Yeah.
And what about you, Renaldo?
Honestly, I believe handball chose me. I didn't choose handball because when I joined handball, I was in school playing table tennis, believe it or not. Right, and the former captain of the under 21 team, we used to play against each other. We were quote unquote the best in the school, so every day we were at it, basically. But then I started getting a little better now. I started getting one or two slam, I started getting a little better, and well, he told me, well, he find man strong now. So he wanted to introduce me to the sport. So I went to see what it was or what the case is. And at that point in time, I was recovering from a groin injury from football. Right? And with that now, they just tell you to stay active, but I can't kick no ball. Basically.
Right.
So I decided to pursue handball as a way to stay active, basically. And well, I went, and the coach at the time, he told me, like we seen, he think I have plenty potential, and well, he think I should stick with it. And that was basically it. From that day, I never turned back. Never turned back.
I know that table tennis requires a lot of stamina, lateral movement. Right? People get time for that table tennis,
No, it is a serious thing.
Yeah, they're right here.
It's a serious thing. But I basically it for me. From there, I got access to the senior team, and well, from there I got access to the beach team. And here we are today.
Yeah. Well, I had Guadeloupe one side, Colombia the next side. I mean,
it had Dominican Republic, it had Mexico. It even had a tournament in Trinidad.
Well,
2019, that one, yeah.
Yeah.
That does not sound unfamiliar because I apologize in advance, right? But I remember a couple of years ago, one of them fellas talking about a handball tournament And I thought they were Bill Jones because this man was already playing about 3 sports. So you see, well, they're making up sports for this man to play now.
Right.
Right. Aaron, we bunked him up the other day in the cricket, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, that's Wiley.
Kareem,
Wiley, yeah.
Right. So I Bill and Jones, I know Kareem as my nephews and them brethren. So there's a youth man telling me about he playing handball in UE and thing. I thinking, well, was this hacky sack or what going on with this man? Only to realize this is a internationally recognized sport, tournaments going on. Clearly we have medalists now. So I want to credit all for it. Well, one being pioneers, at least locally, and not just that too, but the fact that apparently the recruitment is working, because both stories came from a coach saying, "You have something, why don't try it out?"
No, well, and I'd also say one of the gentlemen that I see at the forefront of the team now, I think, is Dareem Alexander. Yeah. I hope it's Dareem is his name, but I know his last name. Thank you, Darius. Yeah.
Big ads.
Yes.
Darius big ads.
Right. My bad. Boy, I just called this man's name wrong. I feel that could get it. He was a very good footballer in secondary school.
Yeah. He still have it in him, believe it or not. He still have the same competitive presence, the leadership ability. He's the captain of the team. Yeah, he's the captain of the team.
So this really encouraging to hear. That there's sports that have outlets, for travel, for potential careers, and it was how. Sorry to cut across the line of questioning, Aaron, but I just thinking, with COVID, were you all able to train? Was it harder for you all to pick back up after because of the size of the teams? Were you all still able to get practice and that type of thing going in?
Well, throughout COVID, we couldn't train. We tried, but we couldn't. And then the size of the team is 10 players. So numbers you was borderline, basically.
Yeah.
It was borderline, so we couldn't train. So the most we could do, we'd come together via Zoom and do like a little personal work at home. And I basically it's just the active.
Okay. As a young nation in handball, because I'm sure the European teams as well as some of the Central American or other Caribbean teams would have been playing handball longer than us. What is that journey like to know that now you are bronze medalists, as well as I think this is your second or third international tournament?
Yeah, third, fourth, fifth. If you count the 2 indoor, Chad, and then the 3 beach, fifth. Chad, you want to take us on?
Yeah, so usually the thought process with any sport that comes out of Trinidad is that they just go in for the trip. You're not going to compete. You're just there to just enjoy what's going on, right? And
even this one,
but the set of players that we have, the mentality of everyone on the team, like it transcends what the Trinidad norm was. Everybody coming out to practice. Every time you have scheduled practice, people doing their own personal stuff. Like, keep trying to make sure that they keep on top of the game. And everybody was just giving 110% all the time. And so I recently joined the beach handball team only in July this year, right? And it was when I went to Mexico, Renaldo.
This year?
Yeah, so they went to Mexico this year, and they did well, right? They were the semi-final as well. And when I saw that, because I said, I only joined in July because of like work and well, at the time I was in school and stuff as well too, and COVID, right? But when I saw that they came in the semi-finals against teams like Mexico and US and Puerto Rico and all these teams, in my head, I was thinking, like, this team, they have it in them. And I joined, and I quickly saw how everyone, like their movements and how they, treated each other as well too. But the brotherhood in the team is very, very good as well too. Like everybody is like close with each other and making jokes and all these things. And when it's time to get serious, we're serious. So like seeing that, like I believed in myself when I came in. I was like, yeah, well, this is a team that could go very far. Right? And to be honest, this bronze medal is supposed to be good. From what we experienced over there, this bronze medal is supposed to be good.
Really?
Honestly, it was just like simple mistakes that costed us, but no, it for us is this medal is another stepping stone for us to go further. So any further tournament that we have in the future, I am sure that we'll improve and even bring home another medal. Like that's how I see things with this team. Ronaldo, you don't add anything.
And I agree with Chad. Like Chad hit the nail on the head basically, because honestly, we don't have a team, we have a family. Like I tell everybody that. I'm to my mom. I tell everybody that the brotherhood we have, the bond that we have, it's not normal. It's not normal. It's a real nice togetherness. We come together, we leave together. Sometimes after training, they just had a run before my court, so we sit down talking. Hours. If they give you a chance, we sit down, they tell you next morning, sun come up. Coach that time reach home, and we still sit down, this small talking. Yeah, and I just the kind of like the group we have, like the togetherness we have. Like, especially in this tournament, it showed plenty because we didn't win every game, right? It had games you were supposed to win, and we end up losing, right? With that, on a normal, you would expect a player to feel like an way. And then he would feel down, he would start to doubt himself in doing the tournament where he could reach another guesses. It had none of that. Like, none. Like, even me personally experiencing other tournaments, and this one, I was surprised. Like, it had no negative energy. The bond was always strong, moving forward. Like Chad said, we have a clear mission, all of we on the same page. We know what we come here for, we know what we come to do, and we're not going to shortcut it. 110% every single day, on and off the court.
What is the average age of the team?
Average age? Chad, you are the maths. I love that, Chad.
The average age, about 28, 27.
Right.
So, were you telling me?
They have a couple older fellas, but yeah, the rest of us 20s.
So
yeah,
well,
a young team, so we go in.
And I want to say, so this brotherhood could stay together.
For a good one.
Yeah.
Because I think as a man who has a keen eye on the local sporting scene, one of our biggest problems is the fact that what happened there, Ricardo?
Nothing, sir. This is me actively listening. I wasn't judging you or doubting you. Sorry, right. as you actively listening.
Right. Cool. One of the biggest problems we have is that we always have a bunch of talented athletes in the different sports and arenas, but they ever seldom stay together for lengthy periods of time. And I'll give an example. Under 15 national football team, by the time they reach to the under 17 level, all of a sudden, half of them ain't playing there again because probably 3/4 of them from South, and you know how that politics does go. But come on, we all know it. And I'm seeing here that the brotherhood within this team and the age of a lot of the players dictates that you all could be together for the next probably 2 or 3 tournaments, depending on how frequent these tournaments are.
Yeah. Would be. Like we have men coming from Toko to train, and we train during the week. So you coming from work to train and then going back home.
Toko is after Rampanalga, sir. Just letting you know that.
That's the dedication the players on the team have. Yeah.
I just studied in that. Aaron learned to pronounce that word a couple of years ago after hearing a big tune. But
hey, leave me and my affinity for Baron out of this now.
But what? Listen, I listening to all that and I was starting to feel a little emotional, because for the whole year, all we're hearing is that the youth and them are doing this, the youth and them that, the youth and them and the music, the youth and them and school, the youth and them and. But to hear that we have a team, a young team, that mature enough to recognize that what they have is something special, the level of commitment all they're talking about, you don't hear it just so. They're starting to sound like the type of team you'll hear them. You'll end up on a Netflix documentary normal because, and not like the last batch of Netflix documentaries, but this sounds like one of those one of those groups that if all your
batch of Netflix documentaries.
But man Trinidad was starring in a Netflix uncovered But anyway, we'll leave that where that is, right?
Yeah.
But to hear
2026.
to hear the way that all talk, oh gosh, boy, to hear the way that all talking, it sounds like you're having the ingredients for success, and I don't mean winning, I mean success. The type of thing where you all wouldn't just continue together, putting in the work, but all you care for each other to make sure that nobody fall off, that nobody left behind, that nobody runs so far ahead of the rest of the group that they forget what all they come here to do. It sounds like a real nice check and balance now.
Yeah, it is. It is, honestly.
Yeah, because my brother on the team as well too. So every day when he doing like going for a run or something, I see that, man. So that in my head, like, okay, well, I had to do my part now. Because if he's doing that, what's that?
Your brother's 6'14" too, or
A little bit
Somebody.
shorter, 2 inches.
Somebody.
A little bit shorter, a little bit.
so you're 6'12".
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
man,
what you're
all
saying
it-
is correct. Because it has have instances players would message me. I talk about early in the morning, or kind of 4 o'clock and thing, when they come out and they see the young people on the road.
Mhm.
Yeah, when the young people walking with a big stick, in case they ain't come with
Yeah,
any dogs.
yeah.
That was the hours I man calling me by like go stand for the they can do a little something, go there, do a little runs, a little push-ups, sit-ups, anything just to, stay with the program so that when we come out for training, we could always give the 110. Always.
So you training for training?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, we had
Yeah. I will agree.
Listen, look.
The mentality that the team have is very good. Like we went over there and well in Colombia and the Post Nation, and we had to play them in like a must-win game.
Yeah.
And we come through like like the whole team pulled together, and we come through because it was a must-win. Otherwise, we would coming from.
And it's not to say Colombia can't play. Colombia know the sport. Yeah, in terms of experience,
they are not coming second. So
in terms of experience, they are way more ahead of us. So it's not to say like the game was easy. Like we really had to go there and actually beat them. We had to play. Honestly.
Yeah, well, I have no idea how encouraging it is to hear that. If I see a youth man on the road 4 o'clock in the morning, this man might be going on train.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta understand, hearing this is very encouraging, especially since only doing it without all the other fanfare that a lot of sports would get in the country. Right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean, you're hearing the big sports, the track and field, you're hearing about the cricket, you're hearing about the football, you're hearing swimming coming up now, even the archery and those types of things. Cycling. Right? So what
You forget also MMA and grappling.
right?
Yeah,
Southern Warriors are mixed martial arts. They went to a beach grappling tournament and medaled recently. I know there was a Mexico trip as well. I think that was earlier this year. Well, but there's stuff going on, and it's really encouraging to hear that the other sports have the talent, and worse there too, it sounds like you all have the mentality, so that when younger players come in, well, they could shepherd them properly. Because I want to throw any specific sport under the bus, but there were sports in Trinidad that were developing very nicely, but the culture. Pardon? What? You already hear it? What going on there? Anyway.
No, I was just I had a pastel that was a little bit greeny before I record. Sorry.
Greeny. Oh, I swear your cough and it sound like cricket. I don't know if it's just me, but in terms of rugby and cricket, there were sports that we were making. I say football too, yes. You all have a thing going on here where you all will be able to shepherd a culture of the same family mentality, the same purpose, the same mission. So, as you say, Chad, seeing your brother getting up and training, there's influence right there. Right? The things that all you're doing could influence other youths to give something new a try too.
You know, and I wanted to touch on that point where Chad talking about his brother training. And during COVID, the heights of COVID.
Right, so that's when I noticed it a lot, because every day, like, I would be on my computer or whatever, watching something, but then I would see him outside in the yard, because obviously he couldn't go and do anything, right? So he find an old tire somewhere, pick it up, do just, like, you know, doing all kind of thing home. And like seeing that and seeing where he was at, I was like, yeah, we need to get somewhere. We need to get where he's at.
Renaldo laugh for you.
No, I tell you, Christoph used to be flipping tire, running up the hill.
I remember seeing it.
Man used to do it.
Yeah.
You doing, sorry? And
Just to stick with it. And I how serious we just take the sport. We just take it real serious as any other athlete. Like, we don't come with it. Honestly.
When is the next tournament?
That we don't know. Because of COVID, the time frame, it get mixed up.
Okay.
So with our tournament, we always playing, it has be every 2 years. Right, which was NOCA. Right, so the last one was the one before the last, it was in 2019. So the next one was supposed to be 2021. But because of COVID, it happened this year, in 2022. So right now we're waiting to see if it would happen next year to set it back on track, or if they would.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Olin had no friendly games line up, nothing?
Nah. And then the next thing too is us against us.
Right.
Oh, okay.
It's us against us. So we doesn't get no practice games and then before we go to tournaments and stuff. It's us against us.
I know, like go a training session and try now.
You ain't even seen nothing yet. Long time I end up smelling like biofreeze and Bengay. Let me go. Where you for? I get ready, you know. I get ready.
No, all they want to come to China. Handball have no age limited. Like, it have guys.
Wow. No. I real good now.
No, I ain't being real honest with you. It have guys 43, 44, 45 playing on international stages.
The man just
honestly,
it have no age limit to try.
None. It's open to everybody.
You can imagine I turn 41 next year, and that's when my athletic career take off.
I know can say at the age of 40, you see me playing in a handball tournament, bringing back a gold medal for Trinidad.
That's iconic.
My mother would
nobody
be
else
very
can
proud
see
of
that.
me.
Yeah.
This medal have the Olympic rings on it.
So here now, fellas. As we watching all these like the Olympics and all these different track meets and stuff like that, what the teddy bear or whatever it is give you?
Yeah.
What that is? That is the mascot for the games?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's bronze. That's called mine bronze.
Oh, so you still have it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I don't have it right now. You know what? Yeah, that's bronze. I'm a personal friend.
Yeah, I could relate to that. I have a stuffed manikou downstairs. If I know he was going in that direction, I would bring Manny Drew up there. But I would do. Yeah, why really in here, buddy? Listen, what kind of machine? Look, the man have his stuffy, fluffy. What do you call it? Sinus? Snuggles.
What's a sinus, guys?
But yeah, the way it is be throating, I feel like I give Snuffy a little wash, but that beside the point. Why studying here is all it training and have to train against each other to go and compete with other countries that have other countries to train with, other clubs to train with, that type of thing. So how do you pick the team? I don't want to make it sound a how, but is it a case of the handball fraternity so small that once you fall in, you'll get a sweat? Or, you know, what?
It's not easy now, boy. So, honestly, I'm an athlete, right? So, I have tried out for other teams before. I would honestly say this beach team is the hardest team I ever tried for. Because everybody has a standard. So, it's not just you could walk on the team. You really have to come and show, all right, you deserve to be here. This is your spot to actually get picked. It don't be an easy task for the coaches that we're asking. Like, I feel you just have a little headache when you watch the pool of players that you have, because the pool are relatively big enough, but it's only so much you can carry. And when everybody at a standard and everybody coming out every day in, day out, and getting what you want to see, it's really difficult.
It's not even like somebody have a discipline issue, so that's why they didn't make it, or somebody.
We don't have that.
Everybody give it 100.
Yeah, we didn't even have that. It's not discipline and thing. It really don't be like that. It don't have everybody competitive. So you get the competitiveness out of everybody on the court. But other than that,
every training session is like a tournament in itself, if that makes sense. Like every time training finish, man, I'll go on ice and whatever treatment they need. Like training will just be intense all the time. And training will be like 3 hours, going on 4 hours. Yeah. And that is because we don't want to stop. Like the coaches be like, all right, fellas. But then we say, coach, we have to go. Continue.
I take back my previous statement. I will not be volunteering to go on track.
We talking about the run, but every time you exercise, you just go on ice anyway. Ice cream.
No.
Snow cone.
No.
Oh boy.
No. But on a real fellas, something that we always talk about in our shows is mental health, right? Does the program, the athletic program, the handball program, look after the mental health of the players?
Yeah, for sure. So like they pay special attention to that, because in recent we discovered as a team that the mental aspect of the sport is just as important as the physical. Right? So in a case where they always try to make sure that everybody mentally on the same page. And if it's a case where somebody is to fall short or to go astray, we as a team, we support each other, be there for each other, and help that individual get back on track, if you understand. So the support is there, is always there, honestly.
Yeah, so like how everyone's so close and the brotherhood's so good. Like whenever somebody have an issue, like our own personal issue, there's always somebody on the team they could ask for assistance without making it like a big deal. Like there's always like, everybody have their person who they could go to who, could give them a little advice or whatever. So yeah.
That was real good. That was real good to hear. How are you balancing the work life, student life, athletic life, personal life? I mean, only fellas in only 20s. I mean, only still hot and sweaty outside now.
Honestly,
that
is a challenge. That is a challenge.
That real hard. Like Iran at the beginning of the meeting, Iran say he did not see that. That's because while I was still working, but I have my area career actuarial science, so I have to. It was like a whole lot of stuff going in at once. Like that, the lineman had to cut.
Yeah, everybody's asked me like how others do it, and honestly I don't have an answer. What I tell everybody is that I honestly believe once you want to do it as a person, you'll always find a way to.
Yeah, because the thing is, it never felt overwhelming to the point
felt tedious.
I can't do this no more. It never reached that point. It was always because, well, for me personally, I knew what I wanted of myself and what I had to give to the team. So and what I had to give to myself personally in my career as well, as in work and studying. So I knew that well, it had to get done. But at no point did it feel overwhelming at all.
And it's the same for me. Same thing for me. It's plenty, but looking back at it, I just wonder too, like how, and I really don't have an answer. Once you want to do it, you always find a way.
That make me feel real bad. That make me feel real bad. No, but you're right though. Is when you look back, you realize that it's really a case of how bad you want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like now how the tournament finished, like on the evenings now, I doesn't know what to do. Because before the tournament, we had to train and whatever. And I was like, I don't really know what else to do. Trying to find something to do now, yeah.
So where you seeing, and I hate to sound like one of them people asking you about the work, but where you seeing yourself in 5 years with handball? And that's a hard question to ask anybody, personally. But what you're seeing? You're seeing more medals. You're seeing all they're gonna start to lean into training younger teams. You know, all they want to hit bigger tournaments.
Well, yeah. So that's the main goal, the bigger tournaments. Because, when they went Mexico earlier in the year, the Puerto Rico, they ended up going to the World Championship in Greece, and we ended up losing to Puerto Rico in the semifinal. So that could have been us. So there's we looking at that now to take it to the next step, right? And also there's an effort to get beach handball into the Olympics at least by 2028. So again, if we continue how we're going and get into those bigger tournaments, like we'll have a chance of actually qualifying for that now. So that's like our main focus.
We could actually come home and say we are Olympian in a few years' time. And that the main focus, like Chad said, in terms of we want to develop more as a team. Yes, we are at a standard, but we always looking forward. We don't ever tell ourselves, well, alright, like we the best. We don't have our mindset. We always want to learn, we always willing to learn, and we always looking to move forward. So probably in 5 years' time, who knows, more medals, more trophies. Hopefully our goals so many mix, Yeah.
Aaron, what you have from there?
Well, I was going to use my phrase, but before I say my phrase, to hear the goal of being an Olympian, it warms my heart, because we hear persons on the younger generation, a lot of them aspiring to be entrepreneurs and lawyers, engineers, doctors, but to hear a group of young men saying, I want to be an Olympian, it warms my heart as an avid sports fan, right? Mm-hmm. And if once all they have games, let me know. I'll try my best to come and take in a game.
Yeah, sure.
With the coming to train, let me continue along my weight loss journey and get a little fit, and then I might look at coming and training a day with all them.
Aaron, two things I want to point out. Right? Very good call on recognizing the desire to be an Olympian as being I wouldn't say a unique, but a very rare motivation. Because you know what I think into myself? In a couple of years' time, I could be going to the Renaldo Scott Stadium, second grounds.
The Renaldo Scott Handball Arena.
Right? I could be waiting for a taxi on Phillip Street. What I'm saying is, you're actually in pursuit of the types of things that could change the landscape. It real impressive to hear that. I mean, I was an Olympian, but it was a Maths Olympiad. Right? It was. Oh gosh, this internet again.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I wasn't up to.
Right? Wait, so everybody was. Anyway, all right. Well, it is. Right, but and secondly, Aaron, this weight loss journey that you mentioned, I actually want to put it on the internet so that they're forever now. Since you start back training a couple months ago, how much you lost?
20 pounds.
20 pounds.
Wow. You're making progress.
Yeah.
Right.
I get.
But more important than just the scale, because the scale is only one measure of this thing. How you feeling, boy?
Besides obviously lighter.
All right.
Lighter.
like that?
Oh gosh, no. Waking up on a morning to come off my bed, you would have feel the cringe, and sometimes like the joints needed oiling and stuff like that. But with the level of confidence that I have been able to sometimes fit into clothes that I wasn't able to fit into 3 months ago, or being able to comfortably go for a run or play a third in a fit match without having to heavily blow after 10 minutes like before. Yeah.
Making progress.
So I would say, let me gain at least 3 months again.
And then you go in and watch
maybe
training.
during Lent after Carnival. Nah, I'll come and do the warm-up. That's an achievable goal, the warm-up.
Come through that. Everybody will.
Right. Fellas, we getting close to the end of tonight's show, right? And anybody you all want to say good night to, or any closing remarks or anything like that as we look into wind down and warm down?
Personally, I want to say good night to Isaiah Tate. Isaiah Tate is the guy that have me here today. He's the guy that introduced me to handball. Right? He's no longer a handball player because he migrated. So right now he's in the Navy. He's based in, I think it's Japan. But although he's there, the support is always here. No matter where I go, how much games I play, how much games we win, we lose, he's always there. Always. I just tell everybody that the brother always wanted. Yeah. The brother always wanted. So I would say good night to him.
Yeah, I just want to say good night to everybody who supported us. You know, it was a good few months where, we had to be back and forth in training and, giving 100% into this rather than other things. So everybody who's there bearing with us, I really appreciate all that and all the support that we get from them.
Nice.
Like friends and family. So.
And I want to say thank you to the Trinidad and Tobago handball team. And not just the team, the families, the coaches, the administrative aspects. Because those bronze medals don't just belong to you 10 gentlemen. They belong to your families as well, the communities that support you all along that journey. Thank you, and look forward to having you all back when you all make it to the Olympics.
Yeah.
In 2026, I think it is. No, 2024? 28?
Yeah.
This thing real confusing.
COVID.
Right, in 2028. And hopefully back then, we'll be able to have this interview with you all in the Olympic Village.
Yeah, that's possible. That's actually something kind of cool, yeah.
Yo,
as once Wi-Fi good wherever it is.
Yeah, I mean, I got
it in Marbella.
Yeah, Marbella easy tonight. In terms of this community that's supporting all here, them jerseys looking kind of fresh though. I wouldn't mind getting I'm not looking for one of them fellas jersey here. I don't go, what you doing, man? What I want to know is, y'all have even things like supporter tees and that kind of thing, or they reach that stage yet?
You reach that stage yet?
Not there.
Show up to the games first. Show up to training first. Show them that physical support first, and then we'll look at getting some teas. Yeah. Chad, you have a virgin of yours who's I think he's doing some marketing work and stuff like that. Talk to him now and see what he could do for them.
Yeah, I'll talk to him for sure.
All right. Let me close off again, guys. Thank you for taking time out of your schedules to spend with us inside the living room on the True Nation station WACK 90.1 FM. This is yours truly, DJ Aaron 868. Always great and never late. Even though I was late to the line last week Friday. Yeah, I reached 20 hours late. Sorry, I had another job, right? I always tell you that love is the currency, so spend some today. Let somebody know that you love them, guys.
Yo, this is Ricardo Mitchell, the social stage and the local stage. Thank you guys for joining us in the living room. And for the listeners out there, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna find out a little bit more about Trinidad and Tobago handball. Right? Is there any way that we could go online to follow what you're doing, or is still like we gotta follow on all your personal Instagram, that kind of thing. But where could we go to find out more about Trinidad and Tobago handball?
You can go to the Ottawa handball Instagram page. So TCO handball. TCO handball.
Yeah, got a lot of stuff from us in Colombia.
All right, great.
And training and stuff as well.
Excellent. So Plain Talk Bad Manners is more going on than just what the headlines and newspapers and the viral videos and them saying. Right? We have youth out here who doing new things. We have new horizons to venture into. These fellas have goals. They have a community, and I like to tell you, clearly, based on the jewelry that all they rocking, all they had the talent. Right? So I want to congratulate you guys, and I want to say, hey, big up you. God bless. Remember, guys, the hourglass is opaque. We don't know how much time remains, so whatever you're doing, be good and stay safe.
You just use how young people saying that.
Yeah, and I don't know what you think about me, but all my sayings are young people saying.
Mr. Desmond is up next with the big band. Keep it locked to the True Nation station, WACK 90.1 FM.
Thanks for having us, guys.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting us.
Glad to have all you.